Hey guys, this is Derek Dolan Woodworking. Today we're going to be doing a review on this part right here. If you don't know what this actually clamps onto your track saw track, making it so you can make quick square cuts, especially when using like sheet material. If you're like cutting a bunch of plywood, 7/16 plywood, stuff like that. Makes it super easy so you don't have to keep making like two marks or squaring something, lining this up. Makes it super easy so you can just throw it on the piece, just and go. So I want to do a test on this. I picked this up off Amazon it was right around $40. There's a lot of companies that make these and they charge like well over 100 bucks, some in the $200 range. I've seen a lot for around 160 to 200. And one of the things I wanted to see was how good does this do? You know, for 40 bucks, I figured we'd give it a try, see how it does. So it came with this. It came essentially just already all put together. Now there are minor adjustments into these little brackets, and I believe into these two pieces that are essentially what hold it square. Now from what I understand is you can adjust it to try to get it square, but we're gonna see how it is right off the bat. This part right here is something that you can have it sticking out like this, so it doesn't, you know, get pushed below the sheet material. You can put that, it looks like on either side. So we'll put it over here. One thing that I have seen, some of the reviews on this that I've seen around was, it looks like to get clamps around it, this is supposed to be made so you can put a clamp like right up tight to it. A lot of people, it looks like, aren't really able to fit their clamps there. I'm not gonna lie, personally, I don't use clamps very often because of the backing from the track itself. This tends to hold it kind of like where I need it. I end up kind of holding it with my other hand while I'm making the cut. So probably like 95% of the time, I don't even use clamps. I actually don't even own the clamps for this specific one. So yeah, I just never end up using them. So let's attach this. Let's see how square it is out of the box. It does have grooves in it, so you do have to slide it in. So let's throw it on. Let me see here. Should go, I believe, this way. Yeah. All right. Kind of clamped really hard, but it did go on there. You can see that. Now, for some reason, I put this bracket on the wrong side. So, wasn't really thinking which side of the track I was putting it on. Okay, so we got that. Got it all installed. Let's see just how square ends up being. All right, that's pretty tight. Pretty tight to that. I'm gonna put a light pencil line. This piece isn't necessarily completely scrapped. Still gonna use it for something. Let me grab a square and let's see how we did. Right out of the box, I mean, that's incredibly close. On that side, it looks a little farther away. That's right there. It's funny that side's a little farther off. That side might not be square. This is just kind of already chopped up. Really, that looks really close. Let's do it the other way and let's see how does the long ways. All right, so we're tight there. Let's do both sides. Highly doubt it's gonna really make a difference. This is the actual side that would be cutting with the saw. I mean, that looks incredibly close. Especially for something like plywood or OSB, stuff like that. That would be completely fine for that. For fine cabinetry, I maybe would try to tweak it a little bit. Some stuff it really wouldn't matter if you're just cutting them back, but that's actually really, really close already right out of the box. Adjustment wise, not really sure how you would completely adjust it. Let's pop it off. It's nice that it snaps really tight. Didn't feel like it wobbled around at all. It is made like, looks like it's like CNC aluminum. You know, it feels pretty durable. So yeah, from what I understand, these clamps definitely shift a little bit. So I guess if it was too tight, you could loosen it up a little bit. But to adjust it, you'd be adjusting these two bars right here, which there are screws underneath to be able to adjust it. And yeah, overall, I would say this was a decent purchase for 40 bucks. I would highly recommend this. I'll attach a link in the description. If you're interested in that, you can pick one of those up, but I'd probably use this for a while before I ever purchased one of those $160 or $180 ones. I mean, really, they probably do pretty much the same. Obviously, the one that's a little more expensive is gonna probably be a little bit better, but if you don't want to spend that money, then this would be a good substitute for it.